Hello dear students, this is Nazia Altaf, your science teachers. Hope you all are doing healthy and fine. Today our lesson is forces and machines. There are so many machines we use in our daily life, but in this lesson we will just talk about the one machine, that is the pulley, and its types and its applications. Okay, let's start our today's lesson. Forces and machines. There are simple machines, they make life easy and breezy. When we talk about machines, we usually think of the things like washing machine, sewing machine, lathes, porters, wheels, and the big complicated machines in the factories. Or we may think of the electronic devices like computers and televisions. But scientists say that a machine is any device which enables us to work more easily. Okay, here you can see there is a can which is being opened by a handle of a spoon. A spoon is being used as a simple machine. It makes the job of removing the lid easier. An opener of a soft drink is also a simple machine, but if you don't have that opener, people can also open it by using a knife or a nail cutter. So there are so many things which we use as machines, but we don't think that these are the machines, or these are the simple things we use. Force. A force is a push or pull upon an object resulting from the object's interaction with another object. Whenever there is an interaction between two objects, there is a force upon each of the object. So here you can see there are the two words used, push or pull, or the interaction. As in the previous slide, force is applied on the spoon to push, and in the result the lid is being pulled or it is being opened. So there was the interaction between the handle of the spoon and the lid. You were applying the force on the handle, you were pushing it down, and the lid is being pulled in the upward direction. So this is called the force. Machine. A machine is a device that helps us to do work with less effort in less time. A simple machine has few or no moving parts. You can use many of the simple machines like a sharpener or a trolley bag or the other things when you come to school. Here are some simple machines. The energy is often transferred using simple machines. There are 6 types of simple machines over here. In your book these are given, but we will discuss about just pulley because in the previous class you have learned about the other machines. Lever, pulley, wheel and axle, inclined plane, wedge and screw. Pulley. A simple machine that has a rope or chain wrapped around the edge of a wheel used to move an object up, down or sideways. Pulleys can be used to lift or put heavy objects from one place to the other. There are 2 types of pulleys. One is called the fixed pulley and the other is called the movable pulleys. Movable pulleys, there may be used 2, 3 or more than 3 pulleys. This is a fixed pulley, you can see over here. This is a fixed pulley. It can make easier to pull a rope, to change the direction of force, or to lift something heavier than you can lift by yourself. Fixed pulley is attached to a hook or a wall and it does not move. You can see that by changing the direction of force means that if you want to lift that object, then you have to lift it in the upward direction. But here when you use pulley, you are applying the force in the downward direction. You are pulling the rope in the downward direction, and in the result the object is being pushed in the upward direction. Okay, this is a movable pulley. In the movable pulley, the two wheels are being used. These are double or even triple sets of wheels are put into a pulley system. These are called the blocks and trackles. A lock stops the load from slipping it down. You can see over here there are two pulleys which are being moved. One pulley is being moved and the other one is the fixed pulley. So you can use more than two pulleys over here. There are some applications of the pulleys. This is the application of fixed pulley. In your school, flagpole is in your school is the example of fixed pulley. Or to pull heavy load, or to pull the bucket from the well, these are also the examples of the fixed pulleys. This is a crane, application of the movable pulley. You can see over here there are two types of pulleys being used. This one is the movable pulley, and this is the fixed pulley. There are more than two pulleys used over here. Movable pulley is also used in lifts. Disabled people often use pulleys to help them sit up in the bed or get out of the chair, or to or for using their toilets. So there are so many uses of the movable pulleys. The gear, you can see over here there is a picture of gear. A gear is a kind of machine element in which toothed wheels can be used to gain force or speed or change direction. Toothed wheel means the wheels are being toothed. You can see over here there are small teeth on the wheels, so these are called the toothed wheel, and they are being fixed with each other, and they are, when one wheel is moving, the other is also moving, the other will also move, because the teeth are being fixed with each other. When one gear drives another, the two gears turn in the opposite direction. If one is moving in the clockwise direction, the other will move in the anti-clockwise direction. If they are need to turn in the same direction, then a third gear called an idler gear is fixed between them. So if you want to move two wheels or two gears in the same direction, then you have to use another gear in between those two, so that they will move in the same direction. Wind up clock, this is the wind up clock. You can see there are different gears used over here. You can see over here there is a small tooth wheel, and a large tooth wheel. This is also a larger tooth wheel. This is small tooth wheel and a larger tooth wheel. So you can see over here there are different tooth wheels used to run this clock, and when they are running, there are the gears moving in some direction, in some specific direction. When this is moving in the clockwise direction, it will move in the anti-clockwise direction, and when it is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, it will move in the clockwise direction, because they are fixed with each other, so they move in the opposite directions. This is a hand drill. You can see that when you rotate this handle and this gear is being moved, and the screw will make a hole in any object, in the wood or something else. So nowadays hand drill is not being used, but it is the application of a gear. A bicycle. This is a modern racing bicycle. A bicycle is used a kind of pulley system with a chain instead of a rope to carry the force on the pedals to the back wheels. This is the back wheel. This is the pedal. These are the handles. This is the front wheel. Here are the two wheels used. These are also used as a gear or the pulley, because the chain is crossed over these two wheels, and the chain is also toothed, so these gears are used these in the form of as a pulley or the gear. So they are of different sizes. This one is smaller and this one is the larger. When you turn the pedal, the downward force of your legs is carried to the back wheel by the chain linking to gear wheels. You can see here when you turn the pedals. When you turn the pedals in this direction, the downward force of your legs is carried to the back wheel by chain link. You can see this is the chain wheel and this is attached to the back wheel. So the force is being carried to the back wheel. On a simple bike, the back wheel turns several times for each turn of the pedals. On many cycles, you can make pedaling easier by changing the gear. You can change the gear as well. For hill climbing, you use a low gear with the smallest chain, wheel and the biggest sprocket wheel. This is the sprocket wheel and this is the chain gear wheel. So for hill climbing, when you are climbing up the hills, you use a low gear with the smallest chain wheel, and the biggest sprocket wheel. You have to make it bigger, and here the wheel should be smaller, then you can climb up the hills easily. But usually the cycles are being designed to move on the grounds or to move down hills, so the sprocket heel is being smaller one and the chain wheel is larger one. But if you want to climb up the hills, then you have to make the sprocket heel larger and the chain heel smaller. This gives plenty of force but not much speed. Speed will be lesser when you climbing up the hill, but you have to apply more force on that. On the flat or going down hills, you use a high gear, the biggest chain wheel, which is you can see over here, the biggest chain wheel, and the smallest sprocket wheel. So which type of bicycle is this? This is the bicycle which is used to move on the ground. It is not used to move on the it is not used to climb up the hills. This gives less force but more speed. So by using this type of cycle on the ground or for downhills, the less force is being applied and more speed is being more speed is being used. So you balance the bicycle by turning the handlebars. These are the handlebars. You can turn them and to balance the cycle. And to slow down, you pull on the brakes lever. These are the brakes lever. You can see over here, this is the front brake and this is the rear brake. Okay, this is the front brake and this is the rear brake, and these are attached with this. You can see over here, this pushes rubber blocks against the wheel rims and uses the force of friction to slow the bicycle down and eventually stop it. So this is the structure of basic structure of a bicycle. You can see front brake wheel, a front brake lever, then these are the hub, tire, spoke, This is the rim, this is the front wheel. You can see over here, these are the pedals, crank, chain wheel. This is a chain which is crossed over these two wheels, sprocket wheel. And this is the modern bicycle which is used for cycling on the ground or for going the downhills. But if you want to use if you want to go uphill, then or to climb up the hills, you have to change the structure of the cycle. You have to change these sprocket wheel and the chain wheels. It should be larger one and it should be smaller one. So I hope you understood it well. This is the end of this lesson. Here's your home task. Define force and machine. You have to write the definitions of these two things. What is the difference between fixed and movable pulleys? I have explained in the slides. Explain through diagrams. You have to draw the diagrams. Also give two applications of fixed and movable pulleys for each. Some of the applications are given in the slides and some are being discussed, so listen the lesson carefully. Draw a label diagram of bicycle. Draw a label diagram of try to draw the diagram very neatly, and this is your homework. I hope you understood it well. So you have to do the homework in your copy. When you resume to school, you have to bring the copy with you, and we will give you marks according to the homework you done it. Okay, God bless you all. Stay home, stay safe.